Hello, beautiful people. I'm so sorry that as I do this video, you are going to be hearing sounds of vehicles all over the place because I'm doing this video right out of my home. Okay, so it's a busy area, really. Okay, but I just have to get this done. Hmm. They say when the drums of love and legacy sound in the house of the Adelekes, even the heavens pause to listen. So Lekki, wore a crown of celebration as the Monarch Event Center became a canvas of elegance, laughter, and royal rhythm. It is not just another high society wedding. It has been a gathering of power, prestige, and pure family love. And right in the middle of it all was Davido. Yes, now, our own Davido. The man whose name carries the weight of melody and meaning, holding the hand of his first princess. Yes, the one and only ImadeAdeleke, his pride, his mirror, his first heartbeat. They walked in like poetry, father and daughter, smiling as cameras clicked and hearts melted. For Davido, this was not just another family event. It was a moment of legacy, a chapter of love, and a reminder that even kings are fathers first. That is, their fathers first before being the global icon that they are. Because that was exactly what we saw with Imade, right at that event. Nicholas Ayula Adeleke, calm, quiet, and deeply private, the first son of Dr. Adedeji Adeleke, had chosen this day to seal his love with Jessica Williams, a beautiful American woman who has now become part of the Adeleke dynasty. Nicholas is unlike his famous brother Davido. He lives in silence, but his achievement speaks in gold. Yes, he began working with his father at just 20, according to reports. And today, he stands as the next in line on the board of Pacific Energy Company Limited, one of Nigeria's most respected family empires under Pacific Holdings Limited. He is a man of gentle steps, a father of two handsome boys, both living testimonies to the journey of love and growth that shaped his life. And as he said to exchange vows with Jessica in that hall filled with class and culture, you could feel the spirit of the Adeleke's patriarch smiling from within. The event so far is a portrait of royalty and celebration, I tell you. It's complete spectacle to behold for those of you who have been able to catch a glimpse of the event so far. The hall gleamed, continued to glimmer in gold. The blend of Yoruba grandeur and Western sophistication danced together like an unending love song. Guests whispered blessings, champagne glasses clicked, and the music floated like wind through a field of joy. But the spotlight, oh yes, the spotlight kept finding its way back to Davido and Imade for obvious reasons. Every time father and daughter laughed, you could almost feel time stop. Imade's laughter echoed her father's bright, fearless, a candor. You know Davido now, that guy is full of so much energy, so much positivity. And I think Imade got that part of him, got that from him. Okay? So it was a moment, that told a bigger story. The story of a father who never forgets his first duty to love and to protect his children. Because that is all what Davido does with all his children, from his different baby mamas. They say a good father is the first hero his daughter ever knows. And Davido, despite his global fame, has proven that over and over to all of us in this social media space. Behind the fame, behind the music, behind the headlines, there's a man who picks up bedtime calls, who sends school gifts, who flies thousands of miles just to see his kids smile. His bond with Imade remains special, unshaken, pure, and publicly affectionate. Even when life brought its share of storms between Davido and SophiaMomodu, Imade's mother, the love for their daughter always stood tall. Don't forget why those challenges lasted between both of them. Davido still created time, multiple occasions to find a way around it, to spend quality time with Imade. What many don't know is that the Adelekes and the Momodus share a friendship that stretches back decades, long before fame, long before the spotlight. Don't forget that Davido wasn't that known, was just a young, small guy that was just coming up when SophiaMomodu gave birth to Imade. Don't forget that. You understand? Because this is their friendship, this is their relationship. The relationship between these two families, like I said, stretches back to some decades back. Their families have broken bread together, prayed together, and shared laughter that fame could never erase. So even when the differences came, wisdom prevailed easily. Because in the end, blood may define a family, but love and respect will always sustain it. Davido's presence at Nicola's wedding was not just about showing up for family, it was about showing up as family. He carried that warmth, that charisma, that childlike excitement that fills every room he walks into. Una know Davido now. He's always this playful guy. Nothing, he doesn't take anything too serious. Perhaps that is why he's always happy. Yeah, he's always a happy man any day, anytime. And as guests took selfies and whispered, that's OBO, the man himself remained effortlessly humble, greeting elders, laughing with cousins, teasing his uncles, and at every chance drawing Imade close for one more picture. You see, this thing that has to do with Davido being humble is a family thing. Yes, I know this. Look at the governor of Osun State, our amiable governor, the one they call the dancing governor. He's the governor, and as a governor, it is the governors that normally either proclaim the traditional rulers, including the ooniofife, the revered ooniofife. But do you know that in a recent event, that had ooniofife right there, our amiable governor, showed a remarkable humility by going before ooniofife and lying flat. Yes, completely flat on the floor to greet the revered ooniofife. That is something that for some governors is impossible to do. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that for their Adelekes, respect comes easy. The humility is in them. Okay? So that is why you see, even though a lot of people were shouting, OBO, OBO, as it's fondly called, the guy remained effortlessly humble, like I said, greeting elders, laughing with cousins, teasing his uncles, and at every chance, drawing Imade close for one more picture. It was father and daughter goals, I tell you. But beyond that, it was a reflection of how deeply Davido values fatherhood. Many say Davido's greatest stage is not the O2 Arena or the Madison Square Garden. It is the stage of family where he performs daily without applause. Navigating multiple relationships and motherhood cycles could break many men. But Davido's balance is built on attention, complete attention, I tell you. He does not claim perfection, don't get me wrong. But his love for his children is deliberate, disciplined, and undeniable. And for those of you who have followed Davido for a while now, can easily attest to this. I'm sure this will resonate with most of you who know him very well. From late Ifeanyi to early May so rest in peace, the late Faye. So from late Faye to Haley to Imade to the twins, Davido stands as a father who does not hide his pride. He celebrates their milestone publicly and privately, always reminding the world that love is louder than gossip. And even beyond family, Davido continues to rise as a global force. Yes. So Davido is not just known for this family thing. This man has risen to become a global icon right now. That is why I'm saying that even beyond family, Davido has continued to rise as a global force. From his Grammy nomination to his performance at global festivals, from his charity works, to his record-breaking shows, Davido keeps redefining what it means to be a true African superstar. His influence has crossed borders. His connections reach over more than 20 head of states, if I'm not mistaken, and his charm has melted even the stiffest political air. Recently, yes, just very, very recently, when he met with the French president, Emmanuel Macron, the world expected formal greetings. Yes, for those of you who saw those videos, I'm sure you guys will have expected that Davido will just, excuse me, Davido will just put his two hands at his back and be doing one thing. But that was not what happened. Yes, everybody expected some formal greetings. But what they saw, or what we saw instead, was two men laughing like old friends. Yes, I'm not just making up this. For those of you who have not seen the video of his meeting with Emmanuel Macron, the French president, go look for it. You will see there. They were just vibing. They were just listening and smiling. At some point, Davido was even seen with a camera, maybe video, and trying to call Chioma or something and tell Emmanuel Macron that this is my wife. Okay? You can only do that to someone that you know so closely and so affectionately. Okay? But what everyone saw, like I said, it was like two old friends meeting. Don't forget that Davido was there with his full gang. His close friend, Cubana chief priest was also there, together with others. Okay? The ease, the mutual respect, the brotherly energy, everything that went on in that visit, in that meeting, shocked many of us. Because Macron is a man before whom many African presidents tremble. Yes, so especially those ones when we say those francophone African countries, they are head of state. They shake. They're almost a peaceful body. Okay, when they go near Emmanuel Macron. Okay, that is how revered he is. Yet with Davido, our own Davido, it was relaxed, open, joyful for all to see. That's Davido effect, I tell you. A force that makes even power bow to authenticity. Back at the event, yes, let's go back to that event again. Okay? As the music slowed and lights dimmed, Davido's laughter could still be heard, echoing through the hall, reverberating all over the place. He danced freely, not as a celebrity, but as a son, a brother, and a proud father. When Imade leaned on him, smiling with that little sparkle in her eyes, it was a moment that said more than words could ever do. No matter the stage, no matter the fame, home is where the heart rests. And let me just try to round up because I don't want to make this video too long. Let me round up by saying this because, as the Yoruba say, a good child is the pride of a home, and a good father is its heartbeat. From the halls of Lekki to the whispers of the world, the Adelekes continue to remind us that family is the first stage and love is the greatest song. And if Davido has taught us anything, it's this. You can be a superstar to the world, but your greatest glory is being a hero to your children. What do you think about this beautiful story? Please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your thoughts right there. And hopefully, yours sincerely will meet you right there to take this conversation further. God bless you. I'll be right back. Bye-bye.